Hey guys, what's up? It's Clay Ranger 143 here, along with...
He's Norcar WX.
And I'm the real Clay Ranger 143, you son of a bitch.
I mean, come on, you gotta admit that impression was pretty good.
Dude, it was nowhere near good.
It was nowhere near good.
Dude,
Yeah.
you literally don't sound like me at all.
You literally don't sound like me at all.
You don't!
You really do. Dude, you sound like a fucking nasally Freddie Benson after hitting puberty. Shit, maybe that's why they revived the new iCarly with some fucking steamy scenes.
For adults.
I have not even seen the new iCarly yet. And
I haven't either, and I did not know this. Does that mean I need to
It's a new adult version.
Oh, does that mean I need to get back to my childhood now? Well, I guess it won't be a childhood anymore, it's adulthood.
Anyways. Yeah, I'm actually Thunderbird 01, as you can probably tell by my actual voice.
No, this is Clay Ranger. No, it's obviously Clay Ranger.
No, this ain't working.
And as he proceeds to look at more porn on his browsing history.
This is Facebook.
I mean, you can probably see some porn on Facebook. Anyways,
excuse me. Does this look like cam girls to you?
If only. But it is MTJ, so that's pretty good. That's base.
Martin Falsex Sr.
Joey Logano, I hit the wall again.
You fucking ass. Anyways,
Fucking Vans off
Once
the
the
wall,
season's
like
over,
Madonna.
if I could, I'm gonna get drunk.
don't actually get drunk. I actually get scared when people are like that. But
I'm not
anyway,
gonna get physical. Don't worry.
either way. Hey.
The day you get drunk, me and you were going out together, okay?
Oh my god, David and Michael fucking?
No! Not like that! We're just gonna just hang out and be two dudes fucking drunk hanging out. We're not gonna be two dudes fucking. Jesus wept.
Anyways,
Oh yeah, as the fucking pig goes off, you're going off more than the fucking muffler.
why would you call me a pig? I'm not.
I don't know, I might as well do the... I'm upside down in this world.
I'm upside down, just like Joe Biden's memory. Anyways, so
No, that's just non-existent.
fair point.
It
Anyways,
disappeared quicker than Thanos snaps.
oh, you mean like this? Okay, for real though. All banter aside, so I can't believe we're saying this, but we're actually already at the season 14 finale, and you might be wondering, what in the name of holy toasted fuck is this thing?
Well, I'll tell you what it is. As a matter of fact, you know what? I know what this is. I know exactly what this is.
Is it a toaster?
No.
It'd be
It's a fucking dial-up modem with an antenna sticking out the back.
That's a good point.
And all I'll say is this: I'm gonna try my best and replicate this. I am not.
By the way,
against
the
it.
intro is right down here, so...
Is this one here?
Yes, so, if I may. So, in this final episode of Season 14, we're going to be taking a look at the brick of a radio with a slightly tilted screen, antenna arthritis, and has the same exact firmware as a Uniden Bearcat scanner. And the last radio of Season 14 is the RadioShack PRO-136. Here she is. The last radio of season 14, and it's nothing but a fucking brick. And the antenna just literally fell.
I think you made it so sad it got even more limp.
Yeah,
it's
aww.
erectile dysfunction.
If you or someone you know has erectile dysfunction, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Hey, Nicholas, this is good for you, man.
Oh.
Where's the fucking pillow?
Nicholas being a pussy again with the pillow.
Why would you call me a pussy? I'm not. Ow!
Look where you're going, bro.
Because he hit you first. That's a block. That's another block. That's a block.
Okay, that time I got you. I saw your hair flipping around.
You're just a hair, bitch.
It's just the wind.
Oh my fucking eye!
You hit me so hard, you activated my fucking ATS.
This probably sets us back like 30 years.
Holy shit, bro. Pillow fights. This is where it's at.
Yeah, Mike.
Only thing is, we're two guys, not 10 frickin' giggly girls who somehow managed to make an acapella.
Oh my god, let's pillow fight!
I would actually be careful. I don't know if that bowl is still full of pop.
It is.
Oh my god, let's pillow fight! Yeah, girls,
Whoa.
let's go! Yeah!
We are so mature.
Immature more than anything. Holy fuck.
Okay, Michael, you would do the same thing too if you were in my shoes.
Yeah, but dude, legit. This is literally me. I'm surrounded by two retards.
Says the fluffy retard himself.
Big fluffy retard to you. Anyway,
I thought that was me.
no.
Oh, damn.
Mitchell called me that. And yeah, Mitchell, shout out to you. But either way, yes, it is time for the final episode of season 14 to take place. And sure enough, it's doing it now. But either way, we have to review this fucking thing. And the reason why I say this fucking thing is because this fucking thing has the same internals as a Uniden scanner. Literally. They did not even try.
It literally sounds just like my frickin' Uniden BC370 at home. It literally just sounds just like it.
Yeah, literally. So let's take a quick look at it. So, right off the bat, you have 6, 11.
Actually,
David, what did you just say it sounded like?
BC370 CRS?
That's exactly what the fuck it reminds me of, and I am so pissed.
And you know one thing
You know
I
what?
realized too? One thing I just realized too, like, so you know how the BC370, it has this curve that goes like this, right?
Yeah,
This one's the opposite.
it is the opposite.
It literally, it's like that they took the design and they just kind of inverted
They
it.
flip-flopped it.
Yeah, instead of it going like concave, ooh, like a mirror, they just went, yeah, kind of like the front of a car.
And by the way, the BC370 CRS was also filmed for season 10's finale, so if you want to take a look at that one, there's a link in the description.
Yes.
So, anyways, let's take a quick look. So, we have 5, 10, 15, 26 buttons. Well, 27, if you count the power button. But yeah, you have 27 buttons on the front face of the radio. You have 2 switches. You have a clock switch, alarm set, and clock. And you have your alarm switch, off, radio, and tone. You have 2 knobs on the side here, one for volume and one for squelch. It says on the speaker grill RadioShack, the speaker's right up here, Noah Weather Radio logo, very old-fashioned Noah Weather Radio logo, and the model number on the bottom right corner, PRO-136. On this side, you got nothing. On the back, you have your inputs. You have your BNC antenna input, you have your 12-volt adapter input, your headphone jack, your alert out jack, and your PCIP port.
The back of that is so familiar to a freaking BC370 or even a 365. Like, what in the world?
On this side, you got nothing. And you can see the screen is tilted. On the bottom, you got all the information. It can be powered by batteries as well. 3 AA's.
Rechargeables too.
Yes. Now, it says this on the
I just
bottom.
noticed that in that lighting, the battery cover has a different color compared to the body of the radio, and that bothers me immensely.
Wait a minute. So this radio is called the PRO-136, correct?
Yes.
It doesn't say that on the bottom.
What does it say on the bottom?
It says on the bottom, RadioShack, category number 20-136.
I think the 20 is the pro part, probably.
But
The 20-136.
20-136. Is it the 20- or the Pro-136? I think it's the Pro-136, but I don't give a fuck. But yeah, you can see here, FCCID AMWUB354. Power is 12 volts DC at 400 milliamps.
Also, Nicholas says he doesn't have OCD, yet he's so...
Tip positive adapter, eh? This was made in September of 2008. Custom manufactured in China for RadioShack Corporation, Fort Worth, Texas, 76102. And just like the unit in scanners, it says this, imprinted. This device complies with Part 15 of the FCC rules. Operation is subject to the following two conditions. 1. This device may not cause harmful interference, and 2. This device must accept any interference received, including interference that may cause undesired operation. Warning. Modification of this device to receive cellular radio telephone service signals is prohibited under FCC rules and federal law. Oh man.
I wanted to hear some phone sex from local fucking singles in my area that want to mingle.
Single steeds are in your area.
Oh great, we're bringing this shit back again?
Yes. For context, Angelo. That's all I'll say. Angelo Scatero, wacky ass guy. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I hope he's doing all right.
Has he even been in radio reviews? He hasn't he?
Not that I can recall. No. I
No.
think the only time I remember him being in a video of yours was when he was talking about a freaking bomb threat at his school or something.
Oh yeah, the National Periodic Test. But yeah, either way.
I'm about to say, I mean... phone sex, but not singles in your area.
If you hear on the other end, hang up the phone immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway,
If you hear
so
well, don't forget that either.
uh-huh.
Unless you're with your dick out for.
Oh, maybe that's didn't work out.
I just realized we're probably gonna have to assess.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't care. Anyways,
I'm tempted to send that to her. Not gonna lie.
oh god,
What?
I don't know, man. But anyways, okay, so we're gonna go through this radio's cool quirks and weird features, and we're gonna start off with the classic, the button beeps.
And siren test.
Yep.
Okay, so while Michael is just violating my bed over here, we're gonna get into the button beeps and siren test now. So there is, I believe there are quite a few button beeps on here. There's the regular one. There's the power on for when you're actually turning the radio on. And I just realized that given the topic that we were discussing off camera, that probably sounds bad. You realize I'm sleeping there tonight.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let me even it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just made history. Clay Ranger is now a male stripper.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've also reached a new record for the most snorts in a season.
Oh my freaking god.
Damn, he sounds like he'd be snorting cocaine half the time.
We got the male stripper, we got the fucking
Maybe that's
cocaine
why he
addict.
sounds so tired.
Oh yeah, we got the male stripper and the cocaine addict. Ow! You fuck.
See? Sex in it.
This is an interesting finale.
I know. He just had a finale on your bed.
My brother in Christ. Anyway, so
Well, at least we haven't reached the climax.
No.
Hey, I just hit the wall again like you hit the.
oh, is that oh, is that why?
That's my joke!
Oh my, you're counting?
That was the fourth one in a row, actually.
Oh God. Anyways,
It was the seventh. Oh, yeah, true.
you're counting? Why? Anyways.
Baby. This is season 12, episode 8.
People to next week.
Trauma.
Yes. Trauma indeed. Season 12, episode 8 is trauma.
Oh, season 12 is trauma. Next to her.
And a certain other someone who I won't mention. Anyway.
Here. I was that. I think I know exactly who that person is, too.
You.
I wasn't in season 12.
Yes, you were.
Season 12?
Yep.
There was only one episode I was in.
So?
That didn't ruin a whole season for one episode.
Yes, you did.
How does that even make any sense? But don't give me that look.
Yeah, exactly. How does that make sense? A.
Let it be known. Hey, asexual versus horny as fuck. I can't imagine that turning out well.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about now. I think I get what you're talking about.
Oh, that's low-key about me, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it?
I mean, I'm an ace myself, so. Anyways, if I may get back to the did I just see this? Oh my God, the screen's actually fucking glitching. You see that? You see that?
What? What? It's not glitching.
Oh,
It's on primary mode.
that's priority.
It flashes
That's priority.
Priority mode.
Oh, I don't even use the priority on the scanner. But anyways,
BCTA does the same exact thing.
Yeah,
but-
guess what the BCT8 is?
There!
A Uniden!
Reviewed in season 11.
Yeah, by the way, Michael, you got a text. Looks like your mom texted you.
Did I really? Ooh.
Anyway, so regular button beeps. Okay, I guess it's not gonna do that there. Okay,
Technical difficulties.
I clearly know how to work this.
Obviously. Very, very.
Okay, actually, let me go to FM here. I noticed this when you're tuning through the FM or just anything in general.
Also, I'll be
There's
right back.
all right. There's this button beep here that just like it makes that funny noise. Then this will probably be more of a UI thing, but let's go to, if I may go to, let's see, okay, why the fuck? Okay, I'm clearly having a brain fart with this, so I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that.
I think he might actually have a fucking handle on it now.
Okay, so this is more of like a UI sound more than a button beep, but let's say if I did the error beep, yeah. I was actually trying to show that off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's basically that usually comes up when you're trying to enter in a frequency when you're not in program mode. But anyways, so those were the button beeps themselves. I'm gonna try and tune this on to let's see. Let's do channel 1 here and I'll get my funny transmitter device here, because this thing actually has same, and I believe, if I remember correctly, I have to press and hold this. Do not tell me I forgot how to frickin'. What the fuck? I know there's a frickin' standby mode. How do I? This radio is just gonna be the I'm literally stupid. I am literally so stupid. I tried pressing and holding this to activate the weather alert. It's this. It's a freaking priority. It's a priority button. But yeah, so basically to access the weather alert mode, now that I actually know how to freaking get to it, you have to basically lock into a frequency and press this button here. Then you'll see alert on the top right. You'll power it off, and you can just power it off. It'll say alert, channel 1, and weather. Now this will obviously change depending on the channel that you tune into. Now, here is the part where we actually get to demonstrate the siren that this has. And you'll notice, being that this is an older RadioShack radio, you'll tend to notice something pretty quickly. And I hope to God this doesn't set off the other radios.
And before it does.
Maybe you should have done a test to see if it's even receiving.
Why is it? I didn't even turn the device on. Let's see. That would. Okay, let's try this again. Okay.
You get the squelch all the way up.
No, it wasn't even the squelch. I didn't even have my funny transmitter on.
That too. It was the perfect storm.
All right, let's try this again. Okay, let's rewind that all the way to the beginning, please. Now you'll notice something about this very quickly. Assuming it'll actually go off now.
Let it uncover it.
And now I'll cover this back up again because this thing is loud. And you'll notice this goes on forever until you press a button.
So that's literally what the whistle does. The Whistler WS-1025 does the same thing. Well, that makes sense because it has the same exact siren too.
Yeah, and let me see if I can pull
It
up.
sounds just like my freaking BC370 CRS at home. It sounded just like that.
And let me pull up. Let's pull up this audio file here. Because this one.
This is NOAA Weather Radio Station WXK49 in Memphis, the voice of the National Weather Service.
Now I'm going to see if I can fast forward.
Here's the forecast. To 10 miles, a 20% chance of snow day, partly cloudy.
I think it's after
Highs
this.
in the lower 50s. Wednesday night, most.
Okay, nope. I fast forwarded.
40s.
10 miles an hour.
Lows in the lower 20s.
70 miles an hour.
Friday through Saturday, cloudy.
It will be.
Or 40s. Lows in the upper 20s.
Without dropping it this time? Yes.
Okay, so now that I did the warning siren, I believe what I have here should be something with the advisory siren.
Drop it.
I hope to God I pulled up the right file. And if you're wondering why I have the speaker covered,
This is a child abduction emergency transmitted at the request of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. A statewide Amber Alert has been issued by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation on behalf of the Clay County, North Carolina Sheriff's Office for Max Bolton and Ruby Bolton.
yeah, so I just realized we had a Tennessee Amber Alert like literally a few hours ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, that's interesting that you played that one specifically.
Do not get any ideas, you slick into bitch. What did you...
Just threw a hat at you.
All right, let me scroll up in my little database here and pull up something that has a watch in it now, because you'll probably get the hint by now. But let's just say that this is a.
Let's just say no one's ever reviewed a freaking, oh, I don't know, ever reviewed a freaking BC 365 or 370 or 345 CRS ever. I guess they'll figure out for the first time what it sounds like.
62.525 megahertz from an antenna located near South in Halifax County, Virginia.
It sounds the same, it functions the same.
National Weather Service forecast for the central Piedmont of Virginia, including Alta Vista, Keysville, Williamsburg, and
Basically, what I'm getting from this is that the RadioShack PRO-136 is basically the offspring of what happens if you take a...
What? Really?
But
flood watch in effect from late Tuesday night through late Wednesday night. The National Weather Service in Blacksburg has issued a flood watch for all of central Virginia and northern North Carolina.
okay, so there's a reason why. Well, you may have noticed that I had to press one of the buttons here early, and I should probably turn off alert mode. But yeah, so that's not just because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and there are people trying to sleep. That's part of it, but that's not why I explained this. So let's just say that there is a flaw with this particular scanner that I do not like. The siren on it is good, and I see you have my camera out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a pretty good camera. But yeah, so let's just say that there is a flaw with this scanner where, let's say if you have it on alert standby and it receives a warning and you're not home to shut it off. Now if I pull up the video on my phone, it's gonna take a while because I'm kind of doing this one-handed. Okay, yeah. So this scanner will sound its siren for like probably a minute straight, or until you press a button. I forget. I can't remember if it's like a minute or 2 minutes or whatever. But
1 minute or 2 minutes for what?
how long this radio siren will sound for whenever it receives an alert. I think Mitchell said like a minute or maybe 3 minutes. He
if it's 3 minutes, you ain't gonna hear nothing.
yeah.
Unless you press a button. If it's 3 minutes, you ain't gonna hear nothing but siren. Ain't even gonna cut to the audio.
Yeah. And after it stops doing the siren on its own, you get this little atrocity here. Yes, you get a hotels.com ad. Yes, I definitely want to see a hotels.com ad. This is what you get. That, my friend, is the alert reminder beep. Now, the video doesn't really do it justice, but from what I was told, that alert reminder specifically is loud. And
It sounded loud.
yeah.
Dead.
And like I said about that is wrapped around the antenna. And like I said, you can't shut this siren off. This doesn't have a voice mode. It's permanent tone mode, which is stupid. Because even the BC370 I think that has voice mode on it.
No, I think it does. I just use it. I just basically it just goes off and I get the siren and then I come in there and it's playing the 1050 hertz and it's doing whatever it's got to do. I mean, I just play it like it is. So I don't know what it is. I don't think it does have one. Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, I mean,
That was the reminder for Pennsylvania.
oh shit, yeah, that's coming up, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised we're still up, but yeah. So this radio has a permanent tone mode. You cannot switch it to voice. The only way you can listen to the weather band without the siren is to not have it in this weather alert mode. Which I guess it's okay if you're hooking this into an end deck, but God help you if you have alert mode on while it's plugged into your end deck and you're away from home. But yeah, that's pretty much the button beeps and siren test. Let me talk about something that I find to be a bit of an annoyance, and you probably saw me trying to screw around with this radio. It's overall confusing to use.
Let me guess. The setup?
Yep. Alright, so the setup on the scanner. I'm gonna bring it back into the Jesus H. Christ over here. And let's just say, now, on paper, it looks and performs similar to, say, a BC 345, 365, 370, all those fun scanners that we all know and love. And holy shit, I'm turning up the squelch on that. So I would press scan. For some reason, it's like, this could just be me being tired while filming this, but now the scan part works fine. It's just that there's no service scan. You have to basically press one of these buttons up here to try and get a frequency with any of these bands. On the unit end, you get a service scan. There's a fire department and police air band. I think this is just a citizen air band. I'm not sure, but and basically to scroll up through the frequencies, you have to press and hold this button, and you can still change the direction of the scan while pressing these up and down buttons here, but it's just like, why all this extra work? You could just do a service scan and that's it. And yeah, this has FM too, but unfortunately, you can't really do much. Oh, and weird thing, if you press search here, you get this little -T here. I discovered this by accident. I'm gonna plug this camera in because it's already at 2 bars. Where is the cord? Oh, here it is. It's
like watching a dinosaur trying to reach out to the ground.
My arm was stuck. All right, let's plug this guy in. I think it's like this. Yep. Okay, so you get this little T up here, and this, for some reason, allows you to directly tune into the frequency that you want to listen to. So let's do 108.5 as an example. Okay, I guess that. Oh, and then you have to press search for it to actually apply. And you can see it has this weird tuning method to it here. Like, look at this. 108.46250. I've never seen anything like this. Nice going. Just kidding.
Yeah, what's going on here?
But yeah, so look at this. I've apparently discovered.
Oh, that happens sometimes. This that's actually like some bands. Like when you go through some, it does that on certain bands. I'm not exactly sure which ones. I do know in GMRS it's the same thing. You'll have, like, for example, like, I mean, the channel 7 that we used on the last episode of Radio Reviews with the GXT 1000Gs. The actual frequency for that we were using is 7125 is what we used. And
So,
you can even show it on the Bayo fan. Let me go pull that up, actually.
and I believe, so let's do and I can directly tune into 162.4 here, but look at this, 162.395, yeah, all this fun stuff here.
Also, you had to squelch all the way up, so you can't hear nothing.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't really do much anyway, because, yeah, computer right here.
Yeah, big old computer.
Plus, reception over here ain't exactly the best, but
Yeah, I'm about to say.
yeah, you can see, I can just do a small skip through the frequencies here. But that part's confusing. I don't know why that exists. And like that part's just confusing. Why would you have that? I mean, entering in a frequency on its own is like usually pretty easy. If I can, but you can't press this. You can't press the pause or hold button, so it'll stop on a frequency. For some reason, it just can't do that. that's a drawback to this radio. I've never seen a scanner not have a functional hold button.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think the one thing I'm definitely going to say, just from looking at it, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've used a lot of scanners before. I mean, both 1- and 2-way scanners and stuff like that, or we call those transceivers, but I've used a lot of stuff like that, and I mean, that is pretty dang confusing. It doesn't seem like it's the most functional, thing. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong, I like the design of it, other than the fact it's just basically an inverted DC370 and 365 and 345, whatever CRS, unit in. But other than that, I mean, even this stuff is basically the same as that. As the switching,
Yeah.
Even the design of the switching and the text, it's really the same as a unit in. So, I mean, I would think with that it would have the same functionalities, but I mean, it's even more confusing than the BC370, like for me at least.
Yeah.
Like over at home, you could just you just tune, you tune to a frequency and we'll get to that one here in a minute. That's for the ham band. We'll test that out in a minute. But I mean, other than that, I would expect it to be able to do something. But it's kind of hard to work with it.
Yeah, like the only buttons that actually make sense are the number pad here, so you can like enter in the frequency. And same thing with here. If you've ever used like a unit and scanner before, this one just controls the backlight. This controls like if a frequency you're tuned into is like locked out. This button here, PSE, it literally took me like a few days to figure out that this was the hold button.
Yeah, hold/pause.
Yeah. And priority, that kind of carries over from the other scanners as well. Scan and search, those are kind of self-explanatory, but search is it's hella confusing. But yeah, this whole entire setup is just like confusing as hell. This could just be me because I'm more familiar with unit ends, but this was hard for me to set up. I just don't like it, but...
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what else do you want to go review on it? I mean, I think definitely, at this point, we should definitely get into, like, since you've done the weather alert function, maybe we could definitely get to the reception on it. What do you think?
Actually, I want to do the speaker quality, because typically we do that before we get into reception. But...
Actually, I do neither, because that radio has so many bands on it, it's not even funny.
Yep.
But this has traditional FM, and we could use that to demonstrate the speaker quality. But before
and weather, and aircraft, and fire and police department, ham radio, and marine bands. But
yeah, but there is something I want to go over, and this was probably mentioned multiple times. The literal design of this thing.
Okay, the design on the RadioShack PRO-136.
Did you say the dash?
Pro-136 doesn't matter. Pro-136, Pro-136, Pro-136 doesn't fucking matter. Excuse me, but what were they thinking?
It looks like they took the BC345.
No,
and
no. It's like they took the 360 and the 345 and the 370 as well, turned it upside down. Wait a minute, it's literally inverted.
I was gonna say, it looks like they took the BC345 and took the patents for the CL100, and the CL100 and the 345 just had a baby, and this was the result. And knowing them, knowing how RadioShacks and unit ends tend to be pretty similar with regards to like firmware and all that, I would not be surprised if there was a unit end version of this.
There is.
Oh God, help me! What is it?
I forget the model number.
I'm gonna say, I mean, when a mommy unit and a daddy RadioShack love each other very much, that's the product.
Oh my god.
Friggin' bird.
I thought this was radio reviews, not about the sirens and the antennas.
The Birds and the Bees Radio Reviews Edition.
No, not the
sirens and the
birds and the
bees.
bees is one thing.
The sirens
Dude,
and the
I thought this was radio reviews, not the fucking button beeps and the siren tests.
Ironically, I went over that feature earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't like the way it looks. Okay, the one thing I'll give them credit for, these buttons up here for the
5 minutes.
And what he's referring to is 5 minutes till Pennsylvania's test. But the only thing I'll give RadioShack credit for, these dedicated band buttons up here. That's literally the only thing I'd give them credit for.
To be fair, the Whistler WS-1025 and most Whistlers have that same thing as well. Actually, as a matter of fact, if I had a picture of the WS-1025, I'd show it. But these are literally the same icons for them. The icons up there are basically these exact same. I don't think the Whistler has ham frequencies, but it does have marine. It does?
Yeah, I think all scanners do.
Not all, but I know what you mean. Like, as far as I know, it only has weather, FM, air, fire department. I think they actually have these two separate. I think, and then they have marine. I could be wrong though. I haven't been at home for a while, so I don't know.
But yeah, the knobs on this thing, like, I understand what they were trying to do with all these little rivets on here, but like, my God, it looks ugly.
Personally, I like the knobs. I think they're alright. I think what they should have done as well for that, they should have had a tuning knob instead. Like,
better yet.
Like instead of the squelch knob, just have a tuning knob.
Black.
Oh yeah. Make them actually black along with.
Or at least do what Uniden did and give them like a chrome finish.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a good point too.
And the power button, like, it's like it's just power big enough for one finger.
It's actually bigger than on the Unidens. The Unidens are like a small little tiny chrome piece. They're aren't that big, you know. But that one's at least bigger and it's got like a rubber. It's like about the same material as the actual buttons themselves. So it actually kind of gives it a bit of a, what's the word? It gives it a bit of continuity.
Yeah, but
so
like,
I do like the power button. But yeah, the buttons the knobs they should be the same color.
yeah, honestly, it's like, I honestly just don't like the way this looks.
2 minutes.
Yeah, so that, I'm probably gonna have to cut this segment short because we're gonna try and get Pennsylvania's monthly.
Yep.
But the design I just do not like.
The design is nice until you've actually met a Uniden and then you realize it's literally just an inverted version of it.
Yeah.
Like, even the back of this thing looks just like a BC370 CRS and all the other variants of the BC3 whatever series.
Yeah.
It looks just like them. It even has almost the same arrangements. Maybe just slightly different looks to them, but basically the same arrangements to them. So, yeah, and I mean, I like the radio. It's pretty nice. I mean, we definitely got to test out reception though. That's going to really solidify how this is, because we're going to be testing 3 different bands for this on here, because I don't know anything for these 3. But we're going to be testing out this because, hey yo, we got this right here.
FM and then weather.
FM and weather, yep. We're going to be testing all 3 of those, and we'll be testing that shortly here. When we come back, we'll be doing the reception for this radio.
Actually, we're going to be doing the speaker quality, and then we're going to be doing the reception. But
Same thing, especially with that.
they're not the same thing.
You're gonna have to do it on FM anyways. We're gonna test the reception if it can't get 106.9 from here.
I mean, they kind of are when you really think about it.
It's not. I mean, it's not like we're plugging in like our phone into the aux port.
1 minute.
Test it out.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut the segment here. Design is, and we're gonna get into the speaker quality next. Yeah, freaking. 268, the one time I want you to not be a piece of shit and turn out to be one.
He gets it perfectly now. That killed me, but I know got me a lot. Don't got me though. But yes, you were saying about the speaker quality?
So let's test it out.
Scroll off faster. Here, press pause.
Reform. At the moment Josiah died,
Alright, let's try it out.
I'm afraid that what looks like a revival and a reformation in our country is nothing but a preoccupation with certain celebrities. I wonder to myself whether all that's being said in the name of Christianity isn't an attachment to personalities. We are celebrity conscious. Much of our evangelism is based upon some celebrity getting up in front of a group and saying, this is what happened to me, wouldn't you like it to happen to you? Or some speaker who has charisma about him, who can move people to follow himself. And I fear that what we're seeing today and tending to call revival is nothing more than a preoccupation.
I mean, to be honest, it sounds okay. Nothing too special, but it's there. Right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So now we're going to get into the next feature, and that would be the reception. Okay, indoors and outdoors. Let's do it. All right.
Probably gonna have to stand up and go over there.
Yep, I'm gonna do just that.
And the rugby will move out the way.
So, here we go.
High temperature for today is 87 degrees, and the normal low is 67. The temperature was 80 degrees. Sunrise today is at 6:09 a.m. and sunset is at 8:40 p.m. This is the No Weather Radio, all hazards, KHC 27.
Okay, so that's good there.
I was about to say, indoors ain't too bad, honestly.
Now I'm gonna go outside and tell you what I got when I come back in.
Okay.
So, BRB.
Hey, Michael. You can always communicate with this.
All right. Okay, let's test out the reception. Outdoors instead of indoors, right? That would be the best one. Let's see if we can test it.
WXL 56 broadcasting from the WLOS tower on Mount Pisgah, operating on a frequency of 162.400 MHz. This transmitter is serving the mountains of western North Carolina. The current time is 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thunderstorms until midnight. Lows in the lower 70s. South winds around 5 miles an hour. Chance of rain 40%. Heat index values up to 100 early and Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows around 60. As well, leading to ponding of water on roadways and low-lying areas. Hot conditions will continue, with many locations outside of the mountains seeing heat index values of 100 round up. At the Tri-Cities Regional Airport, it was clear. Temperature 74 degrees, which is...
All right, time to report. In the fucking dark. $12:51.
I got you, 1251 right here. What you got for me, 0143?
I got WXL 56, KHC 27, WNG 538, WNG 538 was unavailable, WXL 70, WNG 588, KJY 85, and WXK 47.
What did you get on FM? Did you try that out yet?
Negative. I'm gonna do that right now. Speaking of that, let's get to
And
it.
4, when you get anything else on FM, tell us. We'll be right here waiting for you.
10-4. So yeah, let's go ahead and do the FM mode. By the way, the reception is pretty good. But yeah, let's try it out. Okay, the FM mode on the brick. Let's try it out.
epileptic seizures. Now, the brainwave training was not intensive, and in some cases,
Has anything ever gone wrong, Jim, with brainwave training?
oh, now that's an interesting question. I've only seen positive results. For example, many times people whose
451, go ahead.
Or relationships with family members are in.
So Nicholas was just testing out WHAS to try to get the Indiana test, and we got half of the test. It actually went over WHAS.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, yeah, WHAS does relay Indiana's monthly. Do you think I could have the footage from that?
Yeah, we didn't get much of it. We only got like half of it. We were just tuning in. It was 4:50. They tested a little earlier than usual. Also, we might try to get WOWO, but they haven't gone yet according to Jen. But yeah, I don't know how we're going to get it in here. WOWO is a Class B, and we barely got WHAS.
WOWO will go off at 4:57. They relay immediately after Coast to Coast AM is done broadcasting for the night. What they will do is, as soon as they play the outro music, they will relay the test after the music is over, and then from there they will do it. That's usually what they do for every single Indiana Monthly. So they will relay after Coast to Coast AM is done broadcasting. Sounds like they got Indiana's test. While I'm doing the FM
Alright,
capabilities.
well, you can continue on the FM test. We'll try to see what we can do in here. We can barely get it. We're going to try to use my antenna to get it. Otherwise, we might have to go outside. It's 4:52 right now, so we've got about 5 minutes.
Even then, it won't exactly matter because you already got it on WHAS, so if we can't get 1190, it won't really matter that much. Anyway.
Alright, well, we'll let you get back to the FM test there. Just wanted to tell you and give us some news on that. We actually weren't expecting to get it at all on WHAS. I didn't know they were late for that, so yeah. I'll see you when you get back inside.
10-4. I'll keep using WBT-FM to demonstrate the FM mode.
Blowing up 150 food plants in the last 2 years. Union Pacific, owned by BlackRock and Vanguard, refusing to ship fertilizer anymore. I mean, there's a lot of contributions to the stress that people have, which is why it's ever more important for people to be able to increase their alpha brainwaves, to go smooth sailing through whatever adversity life throws at them.
Let's go to Robert in Syracuse, New York. We'll get you in here, Robert. Welcome to the program. You there, Robert? Robert, wake up. He's asleep. Jeremy, North Dakota. Jeremy, are you awake?
I'm awake, George.
Did you hear that guy snoring just like you did a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, I guessed it. I can't believe it. Jim, over 18 years ago, I was in a suicidal all the way.
Okay, that's fucking hilarious. I need to tell them. 12:51.
I got you, 0143, what's up?
So 99.3 is doing a talk show right now, and somebody called from Syracuse, New York. This motherfucker was snoring live on radio. Unbelievable.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
And he was about knocked out. I mean, nothing could wake him up. Not even a suck on the dick or a pat on the back would wake him up. Like, goddamn. Yeah, I went there. I know the lighting is trash. Coming back inside for Indiana's monthly. But yeah, with that out of the way, the FM mode obviously does what it's supposed to, so let's go back inside. Alright, next up, the ham radio on the RadioShack PRO-136. So, we're on a certain frequency, 146.520.
Yep, which is the national calling frequency, quote unquote, for ham radio operators on the 2 meter bands.
Let's see how it works on the Baofeng.
Alright.
KQ4 ASC audio test.
Oh, you're coming in very good.
Want to try it again?
Yeah.
KQ4 ASC audio test.
It's coming in clear as day.
Yep.
Here, let me try that.
What?
The Baofeng.
You can't really do it close to your...
No, not now. No.
What?
Nicholas, if you could film, or you want to film this? Yeah, you film it.
You want to do it too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
So yeah, ham radio test. Let's see how it goes.
KQ4 AFC. So clearly the ham radio is working as it should, and it is obviously detecting my own voice from the other side of the room, because I'm transmitting with his supervision on his Baofeng, and it's now coming over through the Baofeng to the Pro-136, which definitely demonstrates that the ham radio tuner is working properly on this unit. And it is honestly a pretty good ham radio, especially for receiving certain frequencies like repeaters and all that, especially up here, because you got the Mount Mitchell repeater on 145.190 megahertz, which I normally listen to on my BCT-8, and sometimes my Home Patrol HP-1. But yeah, the ham radio is working like quite the charm right now. Then again, it's just 5:06 in the morning, and I'm transmitting.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The Baofeng has transmit overtime.
Yep.
Anyway, transmit overtime over. It's just 5:06 in the morning, and I'm on the radio, so got nothing else to do except talk through here like I've been doing for 14 seasons, but this is one of the different ways. KQ4 ASC.
So yeah, clearly it works really good.
Yep. I probably wouldn't have ran it on that because I forgot to put that on low power mode, but it's alright. I mean, I don't see anyone else complaining about it, so yeah. It's literally meant for calling other people and talking, so.
Yeah, pretty much. They won't care.
Yeah. But yeah,
Plus, it was supervised anyway.
yeah, I guess true. Yeah. But here you go.
Alright, so clearly, yeah, the ham radio works like wonders on this radio. Now, obviously, you have FD, aircraft, Marine.
Yep, Marine, yep. But to be fair, we're way too far away from anything Marine related.
Yeah.
FD and PD, we're too far from those as well. They don't transmit on very high powers. We're also in the middle of the mountains, so good luck getting that. Air, that's kind of iffy because you gotta hope for a plane to pass nearby, and there's no airports nearby either to get those either, so. Can't really test those outside.
Closest one would be like Asheville Airport, but that's like an hour away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the thing, I can tell you this, I can barely get my local airport, which is KOCW, Warren Field in Washington, North Carolina. That's about 35 minutes away from me, about 30 miles away. I can barely get that.
Yeah, their transmitters aren't really high power.
Yeah, they're not meant to be high power. They're meant to be, like, their line of sight as well. They're on a slightly lower frequency than NOAA bands and ham radio bands, but they're still line of sight because it's still near the VHF range. It's not quite VHF, but it's not quite HF either. It's in kind of between the two. It's in the 120 megahertz range roundabout, and that's still line of sight to an extent. So ground conductivity, the ground wave propagation on ground conductivity is still not quite high for that. It's better than NOAA, better than 2 meter bands, but not as good as, say, AM. So,
Right.
yeah, as a result, the propagation force is not very far, and mountains will get in the way of it. And there's certainly a lot of mountains between here and Asheville. So we would not be able to get that. So the only test we could really have done effectively was the weather radio, FM, and ham. These three, unfortunately, we wouldn't have been able to do those.
But yeah, they're there if you need them. So
I mean, there's definitely sites like repeaterbook.com, radioreference.com. Those are good sites to look up for your local area to see what these are, because they are located on there, on those two sites. So if you ever look on there, you can always get a good reference for what's in your area, and if you're able to get it.
Something I should note, that scanner is like the 345, 365, 370, all those other scanners. That's analog only.
yep,
So if
no digital.
Yeah, so if you're looking to get a digital a scanner that can access digital frequencies, that won't be it. You got only thing I can recommend is getting a VCTA like this over here and converting it to digital.
With a USB to serial cable.
Yeah, or even just like a regular serial cable if you have a computer that has a DV9 port on it.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's a complaint I must address.
Oh no, what is it?
Every scanner has this problem, and it's no fucking exception. The fucking antenna.
Your rant on that? I gotta go take a shit.
Okay, the antenna.
Really? Damn it.
I didn't realize you were going to start recording that quickly.
Alright, just go. Okay, the antenna on the RadioShack PRO-136. Now, the reason why I say it's bad is not because of the size, it's not because of the dome, it's not even because of the input. It's because of this. Every fucking scanner has this problem. Look.
It has like freaking antenna ED. Like,
It has antenna arthritis.
yeah.
And unfortunately, that's a common problem with most of these scanners. Mine has the same problem, the BCT8, which it does. Same input too. It's not extended right now, but yeah. But yeah, the reason why this antenna is such a downfall is because it just falls down so easily. It's like they didn't even attempt to make it last. But even then, at least it somewhat works, but still, the antenna arthritis on this thing is not good. Clearly, because you can see right here, it just goes, there it goes. So yeah, that's my rant. It's like limp dick syndrome. Minus 136. But yeah. Rant over. On to the next feature.
Hey, Michael.
Alright, so the build quality on the PRO-136. I'm just going to set this back over to weather, pause, and I'll set this to channel 7 because I'm seeing somebody on Friday and I'm probably going to be setting this up there. So, yeah. So, the build quality. Most RadioShack products tend to be pretty well built, except for probably some of the older ones because, you know, age. But this was, for being a scanner that's like 14 years old, I believe.
It was made in September of 2008.
Okay, yeah, so this September it'll be 14 years old. For a scanner that's of this age, I'd say it's held up pretty nicely. I haven't had any issues with it like breaking or anything. I think I got this like brand new in box too. But yeah, this is the only complaint that I have. Michael probably already touched up on this, but it's the antenna. Literally limp dick syndrome in certain parts of where I have it tilted.
Minus 136. What?
It said minus 136.
Yeah, limp dick syndrome. Minus 136.
Oh, I see what you did there. Jesus Christ. But the only other complaint that I have is like the difficulty of how this is to set up. But I already ranted about that in a prior segment. I'm not too crazy about the orange backlight, admittedly. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know how well this camera will do with regards to showing off what it looks like. It probably shows up like a red on here, but to the human eye, for me at least, it's like this orange, like you would see on a 345 or 370 or whatever. Personally, and this is just me, I think a blue backlight with this, or even a green backlight, would definitely suit this radio a lot better. Yeah, black and green.
Scanners typically have orange backlights. Putting a green thing
actually
on it would be like...
Actually, there is some older Uniden scanners that have a green backlight, if I remember correctly.
Is there?
Yeah, the BC248 XLT, I think, is one of them.
Well, there's a reason those are older and not newer. The newer ones, like here's the thing. So the reason that most scanners use an orange backlight... What is it called?
The BC248 XLT.
Uniden?
Yeah.
No, Whistler. But I was gonna say, most of these newer ones, they use the orange backlights. They use the orange backlights because they're more neutral in the eyes than dark when it's dark.
Really?
Yeah, dude, think about it this way. Whenever you're using a flashlight outside, like a bright freaking, and these are what we call cold colors or bright colors, at night.
Oh, that makes sense.
And if you shine this in your eye's focus, and then you look around and it's not seen anymore. But you can't see much anymore because your eyes have to refocus again. You know, like readjust like the aperture per se.
Yeah, I mean,
that's real nice.
But
Thanks
red
for
lights
redirecting me to a fucking link, Uniden, where the SDS200. Yeah, the Uniden SDS200 digital police scanner. Yeah, thanks for fucking giving me a link to the SDS200, which is worth $700.
No one ever said Uniden was cheap. But yeah, like the orange colors is like more pleasing to the eye, more aesthetic to the eye, you know, when it comes to adjusting to it. Like, especially if you're looking at it at night or something like that, it's more pleasing to look at the eye. That's why when you're like outside, it typically, like, you know how your phone has like that night mode?
Yeah.
And you know what it does? It turns the colors on your phone a little more warmer, a little more reddish. Because it makes it more aesthetically pleasing to the eye and it doesn't hurt your eyes when you look at it. You don't have to adjust to it.
Oh, makes sense.
So that's why these newer ones are orange. Green would literally hurt your eyes if you looked at it, if you turned it on, especially depending on the green.
I was thinking like a dark green, like on the 74-250 right here.
I mean, so basically kind of like this. Oh, there we go, like this.
Yeah, kind of like that, like a dark, subtle green.
I guess that kind of would work, but I don't know. That would really look good on that radio. I mean, given the color, like it's a black and orange radio. I think we put black and orange and then random green there.
I was no. I was thinking like swap these out for like green and then swap this out for like a green.
Green and black. I mean, God damn, we're going to the Green Lantern colors, I guess.
Oh jeez. Or maybe a white backlight, but that's just me.
White backlight really turns it on at night.
Hey, light mode users, get the fucking hint. Anyways,
I'm about to say, you're basically hinting you want a light mode frickin' radio is what you're saying there.
Like, okay, it doesn't look...
You're basically saying like, it's like...
Excuse me for a second.
Okay. But, alright. But yeah, personally, the build quality, like getting back on topic here, I think I honestly think it's good. I just have a couple of complaints, like the antenna, like I just touched up on. Backlight colors is a personal preference to me. Not really gonna hold anyone accountable. Well, I say hold anyone accountable. I'm not gonna hold anyone against it. But yeah, that's pretty much all. I saw that.
So what?
I saw you briefly flashing the light mode on Discord. I saw it out of the corner of my eye.
I'm not even on my computer.
You probably have it set up to sync with other devices.
Do I?
You know what? Let's check that. Oh, Jesus Christ, his mouse moves so fast. I saw it again, you dipshit.
Saw what?
I saw you flashing bright mode at me. I saw it. Anyways, I'm just gonna aim it like... I got it. I freaking got it. You can't deny it now. God help me.
You know those horror scenes where you have like they flash up like those creepy like Jeff the Killer just pops up on your screen for like a millisecond and disappears just to scare you? That's what that reminds me of.
Kind of does.
Like just do it again. Like do this.
Please let this be the last time.
The fact that it's look how creepy it looks. Look at this.
Watch this.
The fact that I can literally sync it from my phone. This just
Like this just reminds me of that.
All right. Let's.
seriously. Who the fuck uses Discord on light mode? Who the fuck does that?
My eyes!
Literally, look at this disgraceful skin. You can't fix this.
You can't argue white supremacy on that. Sorry.
Nope. No, I'm sorry. This is where the dark mode is the best mode.
Yeah. But anyways, getting back on topic. So, yeah, the build quality I'd say pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's not the worst. But I'd definitely say there's more of a bias towards the good side. But the backlight, personal preference, the antenna, limp dick syndrome here.
Minus 136.
Is that in inches or millimeters?
Move it right the fuck along.
Millimeters. Milla fucking Billy Bob Joe fucking milliliters of cum.
Hey yo.
Moving right along. So now that we've discussed the build quality, let's, I guess, quote.
Well, hey, Nicholas, you know what this means? We're done.
Yeah, we're gonna go over the final thoughts, and we're gonna conclude the conclude this season.
Yeah, let's do it. So, in conclusion, on the RadioShack PRO-136.
No, Pro-136.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
Yes,
it doesn't.
Yes,
it doesn't. No,
Hey,
there's
okay,
a
alright, you know
dash.
what? You
There's
know
a
what?
dash in the name for a fucking reason.
You know what? If it matters, we're gonna start calling. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, y'all. This is the 1200521. If we're gonna-
You were literally pointing at the 519.
That's the 1200519.
Yeah, there you go. We're not gonna call it the dash.
That is the 1200996 and the 1200993. No, that's the 1200991.
No,
We're gonna call it the 1200382 as well, and the 12-261.
the 1200261.
I don't have to hear this.
But yeah, why is my camera so fucking out of focus right now?
It cannot handle the cringe.
There you go.
So as it almost approaches 5:30 a.m. in the fucking morning. Yeah, this is definitely the earliest episode of Radio Reviews we've ever done.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, but the RadioShack PRO-136 is one of those scanners that, even though it has copied Uniden, it has managed to stand out in the scanner market. Some people have bought them, evidently. Some people have preferred them over Uniden, but some people have preferred Uniden over RadioShack. But RadioShack still has that stride in its legacy, even though it's out of business. But technically it is.
Yeah,
But
they've shifted to a mostly online type of experience. I mean, there's only like a select few stores that are actually still fully fledged and in business, like the one in
Newland.
Newland, yeah.
Oh yeah, and the one in my area too, where I actually got half the radios that we've reviewed from this series.
Fucking lucky.
So yeah,
Like the SG-112, the ATS-405, the Elite Traveler. We didn't review that one. But
Yeah, that was reviewed in like season 6 with the.
bruh. Anyway, the RadioShack PRO-136 is one of the best scanners you can buy, and honestly, I would recommend it, but it's ugly as crap. But expect the antenna to not last either. But
that's why what you do is you get your own antenna that like you mount outside. I mean, it's what I did for the Whistler. The Whistler had a similar antenna. Actually, no, the Whistler its antenna, you know what it does? It's the ugliest thing in the world. So, here, let me just grab this for a second and show the viewers what it would basically look like, because we are going to review that in the future. I am going to come back here in the future and bring the 1025. The antenna would be right here, but it's not what you think. It's a screw-on antenna. So, it's a screw-on antenna that's about that tall. And it's the worst receiving antenna I've ever used. And then it thankfully comes with a port like this in the back. And what I would do instead of using this dinky little thing, instead of using that dinky little thing, just get a connector that goes to this and get an antenna that goes outdoors, and this thing is perfect. This thing is gold. It's set. You don't have to worry about the floppy dick syndrome going on.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Nicholas doesn't have that extension for it, so yeah, it's gonna have to deal with limp dick syndrome for the rest of its life.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Aw, it felt like Antonio's collection.
Damn. Is that why it was a fire hazard?
No, that was Savages.
Yeah, that's savage. That is 100%
Yeah,
savage.
that's 100% savage, man.
But,
Yeah, savage and how they have so much fire hazards.
anyways, before we head to bed, if you want to get the RadioShack PRO-136, good luck finding one. But if you want to, go ahead and buy it. And with that, Season 14 is officially complete. And we'll see you in Season 15 whenever that chance arrives. But until that time, Season 14 has given us a lot of milestones in this series, including the 200th episode. So, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for future Radio Reviews episodes and for Radio Reviews Season 15. Also subscribe to these two guys right here who have been an amazing help in this series. And Season 15 will be just as action-packed as Season 14. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss Season 15. Whenever it comes out, it's going to be fun. And with that, we're finally done with Season 14. And this is Clay Ranger 143 signing out along with
Thunderbuddy 01.
Use Norcar WX.
And until Season 15 becomes a reality, we will be saying adios from here on out with Season 14. We literally got all the radios out of the way. On to bigger and better challenges.